1, 2, 3. Thank you. Good drink.
Yes. But I'm going to need help from the audience.
I have an extra mustache if you want.
Contestants should be up there, shouldn't they? And then come down one at a time?
Okay.
Oh, we can have to stand on the landing.
And then they can come down and then get their picture taken with you and
Get their
Henry.
picture taken with you.
Hopkins lookalike contest. I would like to have I need all the contestants please to come up here on the landing behind me. And don't be shy. The judge is very, very arbitrary, and you can bribe, you can do anything you want to try to win this contest. There are no rules.
You can't take your clothes off.
I am not going to make a speech. I was contacted about 4 months ago by Alberta Mayo. Alberta, raise your hand. Alberta was my secretary at the San Francisco Museum for 11 plus years, during which time she ran her museum in her office with the door always open and my door always open. She came down here. She is spending her time now with Richard Jackson, which, you know, you can question whether that makes any sense or not, okay? But somehow she and Dagny came into contact and they said, would you be willing to do this? And I thought, oh God, this is such a silly idea. Who in God's name is going to show up? And then they said, Irving Blum is going to jury. And I said, I'll do it. Irving and I have been friends almost longer than anybody here, but there are a few others that I've known longer than that, including my daughter, Victoria. But somebody said, what is this? And I said, I can only say one thing. It is what goes around comes around. There is a book out on the table today, a brand new book dealing with Los Angeles artists. There is, of all things, a Robert Dowd retrospective. Okay?
Oh my God.
If you ever thought that would happen in your lifetime. So I guess I just came around with everything else, and I am delighted that you have nothing better to do on a Saturday morning. Thank you for being here.
We've had a number of mail-in entries. We have, they are up here on the board, Irving, so you might want to take a look at those. And if you want to comment on them here, Alberta, do you remember who sent that one in?
Heather Edwards.
Heather Edwards.
Heather Edwards. She looks exactly like Heather Edwards. Yeah, let's hear it for Heather Edwards.
The next one is an entry by Mary Beebe from the Stewart collection.
Yeah. Ah.
It looks a little bit like a Swifter mop, but it could be your mustache as well.
Could be.
It looks rather like a winner to me. I haven't the vaguest idea what it is.
That's always a winner. Okay, that is
Always a winner.
This is pretty good.
This is Frederica Hunter's grandnephew.
Is that who it is? Okay.
That looks almost exactly like you.
In my olden days, really olden, I'll tell you.
This young man is starring in Slumdog Millionaire.
Right. Exactly. You got it.
The next one, I'm not sure who the entry is. It's either the bucket, or the guy holding the bucket, or the guy in the blue.
I think we have to assume it's the bucket.
The bucket.
Yeah.
Well, I told earlier when I was the director of the Fort Worth Museum, I stopped by Kentucky Colonel on the way to a museum opening one night, and there were 2 little black kids in there, and they came running over and said, "It's the Colonel! It's the Colonel! It's the Colonel!" So I guess that's a pretty good one.
Right. Well, I think there's a few entries from the floor.
No, I think we should take this up there. Separate.
You can hear the
I think everybody up there should get an award.
How can you compete with that?
Hey, who's responsible for that?
A meatloaf portrait.
A meatloaf portrait. This is a photo opportunity. You're looking at the next cover of Playboy. We're toasting a long and extraordinary career. Henry, we're thrilled to have you here, standing amongst all these lookalikes. I've known Henry for years and years.
And years.
And years.
When Irving first came to Los Angeles, here was this person out of the East, out of Nova Scotia, looking like Cary Grant, moving in the area.
That was years ago.
But he did, well, it was indeed years ago. But nonetheless, Irving, in my mind, was the first person to bring true professionalism to the Los Angeles art scene.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful little scene, the way it was running, but he brought professionalism, and that is something to be admired.
Oh, Henry.
I can tell you how many years you've known him.
Yeah, I would rather not know. Henry, brilliant, never at a loss for words. Oh, we were driving up Wilshire Boulevard not so long ago, and Henry was speeding, and a policeman stopped us and looked at Henry and said, "Sir, can I see your driver's license?" And Henry's response was, "Officer, can I shoot your gun?" Another in those memorable moments.
That's a good trade.
Just simply, Irving proving once again that there are liars amongst us.
And thank heaven for that.
Thank heaven for that.
Individual histories.
Right. How do we do this?
I think you can do it pretty arbitrarily.
You think pretty arbitrarily? All right. I'm going to declare the winner.
I agree with that.
Gotta take a photograph.
Wait a minute, she gets the Henry.
She gets the
She
ribbon.
gets
Oh.
another one. The ribbon.
And the Henry T. Hopkins look-alike.
George
George Herms trophy.
Yeah.
Where's George? Yay!
No, George and I could not have it.
Oh, no, neither of you together.
He said he made it for me, but then I could not have it.
With Henry?
Doing it.
Okay.
All right, Bob.
Good one.
You're as gorgeous as ever.